The naughty, naughty thief. It was a few weeks later, at another meeting, that I saw Esther again. "Hi, Esther. How are things going?" I did the zipping up movement, a little self-consciously. "Hello, Roberta," she smiled and nodded, I think with approval at the hand motions. "Things are going well. That last presentation has generated lots of interest in kinesthetics. I've had a few calls and talking with other groups on how to apply the ideas in their workplace." "Great. It's funny, Roberta, but it seems that our little talk about the thieves was not just between us." "Yes, people overhear things. I was really interested in what you were saying last time, and I thought a lot about the ideas behind your words." "I noticed you zipping up," she said with a smile. "Thanks to our conversation, Esther, I'm noticing how often I still use the moral imperatives. I thought I had gotten out of the habit because Peter reacts to them, but over the last few weeks I've noticed them more and more. I had not realized how much I still use them personally and professionally. You really hit a hot button with me." There are a lot of other language thieves, though. Some of them are even more destructive than the moral imperatives. "The I can't," I suggested. "Yes, the naughty, naughty thief." I laughed. Where the nut determines what people do or don't do. Muscle testing shows the strength of the likely result when people say I can't or I don't. You know the old saying, whether you can or you can't, you're absolutely right? Very much so. It really does hold. The point of bringing up the old adage is that it points out the polarities. Polarities? Muscle testing is mostly used to determine the strength, the positive of a belief. When people use the I can't, the strength of the objective, the desired result grows weaker, so the person gets disempowered. That's obvious, we all know that. But look at what also happens. The negative side, the undesirable result, becomes stronger. Huh? I'm not sure I'm following your logic. It's like a balance scale. Put weight on one side and that side goes down, while the other side goes up. Or like Newton's third law, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Push down in one place and somewhere there is something that goes up. You're saying that if we believe less in one result, another belief is strengthened. Exactly. So if you say I can't about an action, you strengthen the likelihood of the opposite result to what you really want. If you say you can't sell an idea, then you set up the parameters for unselling the idea. If you want to be rich and say you can't be, then you strengthen the likelihood that you will be unrich. By reinforcing the can't belief, you stay where you are and sometimes become even worse off. Have you tried that side with muscle testing? I queried. Esther laughed. Yes, but it isn't easy. People, even when they seem open, close off their negatives because they don't want to look at them. The walls they build are to make themselves invulnerable to the outside world also hide what they don't want to see in themselves. One has to dig very deep to find what these beliefs are. When I managed to discover the hidden beliefs, the muscle testing show how strong the hidden beliefs are compared to what people say they want. They are resisting change with all their personal being. Their reaction depends on what fuels the I can't. Which means those kind of people are highly resistant to change. They want to stay in their comfort zone, even when they totally are in discomfort. They would rather stay in a relationship that hurts them than try something new and different. Like domestic violence? That's one area, yes, but it goes much further. Hating their job but staying in them when it would be beneficial to get another job. Living in a neighborhood they loathe when they could sell up and move to another one. Voting for the same political party time after time when they no longer believe in the party's dogma. They get stuck in a rut, I observed. To an extent, but it's more than just resistance to change. The strength of the negative is often far greater than the weakness of the positive. Huh? That seems really convoluted. Think of the scale again. When a person uses a naughty, they deny what they would like to do and reinforce their undesired position. They put more weight on the side of what they want to move away from. They give more weight to saying where they are. What does this mean to you, helping people change? What it boils down to is that people, well, they're subconscious, see everything in concrete terms. To use a Yodism, there or not there. There is no almost. The subconscious works towards whatever it believes to be real. It is unable to see how things could be different. So the I can't tends to keep everything as it already is. They don't see how changes can be for the better, not automatically and not easily. And that's the thief. It steals the dreams of the I can person. It hides the vision of how things can be better. I thought for a moment. Is everyone like that? I asked. Esther smiled. There's a danger in language. People assume that words they use are the reality. They assume that every average means everyone, that normal is a measure. So no, this applies to many of my clients, but is not an absolute. Everyone has a tendency to resist change, but people can choose which way they will go.